everyone, Brian Henry, current president of the American Sand Association here. As you can see, I'm getting my ride ready for the upcoming dune season, but this annual ritual could look a lot different if it wasn't for a group of extraordinary individuals. They came together 20 years ago to form the ASA, and we're going to take a brief look back at that history, along with all the accomplishments we achieved together. From the efforts of our volunteers, to the support of our business sponsors, and the collaborations we had with the dune managers, 20 years is a major milestone, but we're just getting started. So be sure to tell all of your friends, along with the sand-related businesses you patronize, to join in and help us help you keep on dooning. Enjoy the video, stay safe, and we'll see you out at the dunes.
Happy anniversary, ASA.
Happy 20th anniversary, ASA.
Hey, American Sand Association. Congratulations on 20 years, hopefully 20 more to come.
Happy birthday, American Sand Association.
Happy 20th anniversary to the American Sand Association.
Happy 20th anniversary, ASA. I'm proud of what you've become. I'm proud of all the volunteers that have carried the message forward for the last 2 decades.
You know, when I started dooning, we wanted it to be a family affair. My father, my son, and my grandsons were all down at the dunes at the same time. And it became very, very important to be something that we did as a family.
My dad took me to the dunes when I was 3 years old, 4 years old, in the early 70s, late 60s, and we've always had a passion for the sand.
We're going to go back to the 50s when all this started. They had water pumpers with a big V8 in the front, 2 little seats in the back with double wheels on each side.
When I first went down there, I had a VW floor pan with just a single roll bar and 36 horse.
We all have things we enjoy at the dunes, and that's what makes it so enjoyable. I enjoy the people, because the people all have different interests. Some people like going to the hill, going to the sand drags. Some people like dooning. Some people like it all. Some people like the camping experience with their family the most.
We're sharing the same passion of adrenaline junkies.
It's like water skiing on glass.
Freedom. E-ticket ride. You can do it the way you want to do it.
Back in 1998, my partner, Keith Rosewith, and I saw a problem going on at the sand dunes, and we needed a forum to reach the sand community. This was just as the internet was really becoming popular, so we started a website called Glamis Online, and we found, quite to our surprise, there was more people with us than there were against us, and so we blossomed from there. And I met Jerry Seaver, who was later president of the ASA.
So good to see you 20 years down the road from when we started ASA. You've been with us from day one, and a lot of people have, and there are a lot of people who are brand new. One of the most important things that we did was our mantra of unite, inform, and mobilize.
And that seemed to have worked pretty well because we had a fantastic volunteer base built up in about a year and a half. Some of those volunteers are still there now. And if it wasn't for the work of those hard-working people giving up their trips.
I first became involved with the American Sand Association prior to when it was actually the American Sand Association. I'd heard about a meeting in Phoenix, Arizona at San Limo about something going on with the dunes.
At the first meeting, you know, we sat and talked to people, and we all kind of like unitized together and started talking about how to keep our lands alive, because they take our desert, they take our dunes if we don't fight back and try to keep everything open.
ASA recognized that and began a process of bringing in consultants to enhance the scientific evidence.
We had to prove to people that the Pearson's milkvetch was not an endangered species.
We spent a couple years sitting in the sand, driving around, not only counting plants, but counting seed bank, which is the ultimate health of the species. I mean, literally sifting through the sand, counting little pea-sized seeds. It generated a huge grassroots movement, volunteers going out and doing it. And ultimately, that was the hammer that we needed to subsequently reopen the dunes.
They really didn't have good scientific evidence to say that the dune should be closed to protect the plant.
You have to fight this battle with facts, with science, with truth.
We were able to demonstrate that 49,000 should be opened. And the end result was the judge ruled that 40,000 would be open. So we still have 9,000 that's closed. And we're working on some different methods of dealing with adjusting that now.
We've had issues with law enforcement. Our checkered flag program helped prop them up, and hopefully that's continued. It's really needed. We need to be working with the dune managers, which is a Bureau of Land Management. That's how we get things done.
One of the programs that we've worked together with the ASA on is the checkered flag program. You know, today we see a lot of American flags with the blue stripe and stands for backing the blue, the law enforcement officers out there working in the field. In the dunes, we had the checkered flag program. And when the BLM Rangers see a checkered flag, it means that that person stands behind law enforcement. It means that that person is going to help us if we need help, and they're also making a pledge to follow the rules in the Imperial Sand Dunes so that we can keep this area open and keep it family oriented and keep it fun for everybody.
I first met Neil when he was living at the ranger station, before he got married, in fact. And Neil has been down there from the very beginning. He understands everything that we're concerned about. He looks out for BLM's interests, but he's a good partner.
They're watching everything we do. When we throw a piece of trash on the ground, they're going to criticize us. You have all these groups, not just the environmental groups, but they are a big part of wanting this area closed and not wanting us to be there. You also have some people in the government. We call it management by closure. It's a lot easier to manage if it's just closed.
The cost beyond just what is spent at the dunes is quite significant and had a major impact. Tires, wheels, motorhomes, you can go on and on and on. Different manufacturers of different off-road vehicles and their aftermarket parts. All of that was factored in. The judge took that into account when they made the decision as to how much of the dunes would be closed.
I think it's on us, and hopefully with the help of the ASA, we can help educate the public about those things that we're doing out in the dunes to keep our recreation area open, number one, and try to keep it a family environment and to keep off-highway vehicle recreation sustainable into the future, because that's what's most important. We want to keep this opportunity available, and we want to keep the dunes open for the public.
Probably the only way we're going to be able to protect family recreation out at the Imperial Sand Dune Recreation Area is by getting people to participate. If it isn't with the ASA, you need to participate in the cleanups, anything that keeps people working towards keeping our area nice.
I think we need to work together in the future.
We have a younger generation. They have a different experience. They have a different lifestyle. And so education's important. You say ASA and they have a hard time even knowing what's that all about. So one of the things we need to do is educate the younger people and some of the older ones in terms of the rules, what's safe and what's not, what makes good sense environmentally, what doesn't, and so you follow the rules.
We did a lot of fundraising. Grant at Funco was instrumental in some of our initial fundraising, but actually it was San Diego Off-Road Coalition that gave us our first $100.
I have built 4 of the ASA car giveaway cars to help support the ASA.
A very important topic that we need never forget. Fundraising and membership drives are hugely important.
If guys out there want to be part of the business sponsor deal, call the ASA and be part of it because they donate razors, they donate many different things.
Hey guys, it's Damien at Side by Side Addicts in Phoenix, Arizona. Join me as a business sponsor with the ASA. Please get involved with the sand dunes and what the ASA are doing. Very important. Our next project for the ASA is a 2020 Polaris Razor 4C. Can't wait to show everybody that. Hope to see you guys all at the sand dunes very soon.